Okay, here's the inequality we want to look at. We want to look at the compound inequality. 124 is greater than 2x plus 4, which is greater than or equal to 34. Now, in the past, we've split these into two inequalities. I'm going to save us a little bit of time, and I'm just going to do this instead, and whatever I do to the middle part, I'm going to do to each other part. This will give us the same result as if we were to split it into two separate inequalities and put them back together. I want to get this x all by itself, so if I want to eliminate everything next to the x, the first thing I need to focus on is getting rid of the plus 4. So if I get rid of this plus 4, the best way to do that is to add a negative 4 or subtract a 4. If I do that to the middle portion, I need to do that to the right-hand portion and also to the left-hand portion. If we do that, the result is 120 is greater than 2x. This turns into 0. This is greater than or equal to 30. Alright, I still want to get this x all by itself. I need to eliminate the multiplication that's happening with it. And that best way to do that is to divide by 2. So if I divide by 2, the middle, I need to do that to the right side and to the left side. So I get 60, which is greater than x, because the 2 divided by 2 makes a 1, and a 1 times x is just x, which is greater than or equal to 15. I'm essentially done. What we see here is that x is between these two numbers. Now you need to be careful. When you make your number line, and we're not going to put every single mark going from 15 to 16, but notice 15 is the smaller number, so it should go to the left. We need a closed dot because of this greater than or equal sign. So we're going to fill in this dot. We're going to put a 15 below it to indicate that goes with a 15. The 60 goes to the right because 60 is greater than 15. We have the open dot because of the greater than. We're going to put a 60 underneath it. And notice that x is between those two numbers. So x lives here. So when we do our shading, we want to shade between these two dots. So essentially, your final answer should look something like this. We're going to get rid of all that extra stuff we have. We go from 15 to 60. The x's are in between. This is a closed dot. This is an open dot. And we connect. These are all the possible values that x could be. It could be equal to 15, and it could be anything bigger than 15 up to 60, not including 60. So x cannot equal 60, but it can equal anything very, very, very close, but slightly smaller to 60. Now, the last thing we want to do is write our final answer. We have our number line, which is part of our final answer, but we also want to write the values of x that satisfy the original inequality. So we would say that 15 is less than or equal to x, which is less than 60. So we can write it this way. However, you can also write it this way, which if we look at what we had up there, we could have 60 is greater than x, which is greater than or equal to 15. These two answers are equivalent. They mean the same thing. However, I like this one better because the numbers are in order from least to greatest. So this would be my choice. However, they're both the same. I hope this super quick example helped. Make sure you keep practicing. Let me know if you have questions.